If you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, or you've already started one and you're wondering why nothing seems to be happening yet, I want to have an honest conversation with you today. Not the highlight reel version, not the my whole life changed in 6 months version, but the real version. Because here's the thing nobody tells you before you hit record for the first time. Building traction on YouTube takes a lot longer than you think. And if you don't know that going in, like really know it, you will quit before it has a chance to work. So I'm still in the building phase myself. And I have things I genuinely wish someone had told me before I started. So that's what today's video is about. And let me just say it plainly. YouTube is the long game. Most channels don't see meaningful traction for at least a year. Some take longer. And traction doesn't even mean viral overnight success. It means a slow, steady climb that starts to feel like something is actually building. So I went live on YouTube for 30 days straight at the beginning of last year. Same outfit every time, no script, nobody watching, and I just continued to make videos after that. And creating videos consistently, putting real thought and energy into the content and trying to get better every single week. And some of those videos still only have a couple of views. So I'll be honest, looking at the analytics is confronting for me. I tend to prefer living in a little denial because I put so much into these videos and the numbers don't always reflect that effort. But here's what I've had to keep reminding myself. Low view counts on early videos are completely normal. They're not a verdict on your content. They're just what building from zero actually looks like. And the channels that make it aren't necessarily the ones with the most talent. They're the ones that kept going when the numbers were still small. So a few things I would genuinely do differently if I were starting over. I would have started earlier. This is the one that kind of stings a little. I spent too long dragging my feet and also doing the Facebook hustle and genuinely dislike most of the Facebook hustle. YouTube feels completely different to me. I enjoy making these videos. I enjoy the depth of the format. I like that a video I make today can still be found by someone 2 years from now. And if I'd known how much more aligned this format was with how I actually want to show up, I would have started a channel a long time ago. I would have learned how to edit my own videos. So I pay someone to edit right now, and I'm grateful for that help. But knowing what I know now about how long it takes to build, I think learning the basics of editing myself would have been worth the investment of time early on. And it gives you more control and more speed when you're still figuring out your style. I probably maybe still want to do this. And I would have nailed down my messaging before I started creating. So I've gone through a lot of iterations trying to figure out exactly what I'm about and who I'm talking to. And that's a normal part of the process, but it does slow things down. So getting clear on your lane and your message before you hit record means every video that you make is building towards the same thing instead of a collection of content that's still finding direction. So a couple of things that surprised me that I want to warn you about. First, the spam. So the moment you start a YouTube channel, you'll receive a steady stream of messages telling you your channel isn't optimized and that they can help you for a fee, and they're looking for business. It's somewhat demoralizing when you're already feeling vulnerable about your numbers, so I'm telling you now so you're not caught off guard. And most of all, if you're going to hire someone to edit, make sure you look on places like Upwork or Fiverr so that you have a layer of protection from scams. They're everywhere. Second, the commitment level. YouTube is not a casual endeavor. Like, you really need to be prepared to do it until it works. And until it works could be a long time. So that means showing up consistently, even when the analytics are humbling, even when you're not sure if anyone's watching, even when you'd rather literally do anything else that week. It's a real commitment, and going in with that understanding makes it easier to stay on course when it gets hard. And finally, the identity work. So this one surprised me the most. Showing up on camera consistently forces you to figure out who you actually are on screen, what you believe, how you want to come across. And it's confronting in a way that no other marketing format is, really. But it's also where the real growth happens, both for your channel and for you personally. So here is the takeaway. If you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, start. Don't wait until everything is perfect. Don't wait until your message messaging is completely dialed in, or your setup is professional, or you feel ready. You'll figure most of it out by doing it. But go in knowing it's a long game. Go in knowing that the early numbers will be humbling, and that's completely normal. Know you need to be prepared to stay consistent long past the point where it stops feeling exciting and new. And before you start creating, get as clear as you can on your lane and your message. Because content without a clear direction takes longer to build traction than content that is targeted for exactly who it's for. So that's exactly what the Authority Audit is designed to help you get clear on. It walks you through the 4 foundations: lane, message, assets, and visibility. And it shows you specifically where your gaps are so you're building in the right direction from the start. It's free. The link is in the description. And I'd also love it if you'd drop me a comment before you go. Are you thinking about starting a YouTube channel, or have you already started one? Where are you at with this? And I want to know. If you have any questions, I will do my best to answer them in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe if you found this helpful, and I will see you in the next video.